Exclamation everybody, and welcome to Star Traders Frontiers. I have early access to this game, my friends. It is not yet out available for sale. It won't be out until November the 14th, and it will be fully released once it comes out. So just so you're aware, and just so I make it up front clear and known, I have received a key for this game from the developer, so that is my disclaimer for this. But it is by the Tracy brothers, and it will be, when it's released on the 14th, it'll be $11.99 at 20% discounts. Normally it will be $14.99. It'll be $14.99, I believe, the week after it's released, and it will be fully released. It's not going to be early access as far as I know. And it's quite the preview that I'm looking at here is quite deep as it is, so I couldn't imagine it being early access either, because it's quite fleshed out. So the Tracy Brothers Games is actually based out in Westchester, Pennsylvania, a nice little town that I used to work out there years ago. It's quaint, but man, do they love their parades. Their parades at 5 o'clock that shut down half the city as people are trying to leave work and go home after a long day. That is what Westchester, PA is like to me, or was like to me. So they're kind of local blood here for the most part. I'm not too far away from there. But they've done a couple things that you might know. Templar Battle Force is probably the one you'll know the most about. That was released on Steam. That was a PC game. The Star Traders franchise has actually got several games in it. It started out with just Star Traders RPG, which was just a mobile release. I actually have that on my phone. I never really got too far into it. I kind of bounced off of it. It had very simplistic graphics, which is fine and not necessarily a problem, but it's a lot of their games are sort of they hide not hide, but they have a lot of depth to them, a lot of depth to the mechanics, and they have quite a high bar of grokkability, right? You have to spend several hours just trying to wrap your brain around all the different mechanics going on. This is certainly no different. So it's just know that going in. I've tried their games in the past. I've bounced off of most of them just because they take more time than I, for whatever reason, seem to have. But it's just it's not necessarily the fault of the design. It's just the way that it is, and you have to be really into the kind of, this is going to take me a little while to sort of figure out what's going on kind of mode here. But let's not stay on this menu for too long here. Now I wanted to go through the actual character creation for you, because this is part of the game. That and the recent update that they just did, they recommended that people uninstall and reinstall the game to get all the new features. So I wanted to make sure I got all that stuff. So let's see. We can be a pirate, which these are all. Now the interesting thing here is these are all just templates. You can start out with these templates. You can copy them. You can create your own template based off of stuff, and basically these are just sort of an overarching, an overarching class, if you will. But then from there you can just kind of tweak it the way you want it to be. And of course you can make your own as to start off with if you want to, if you do enough tweaking. I'm going to start off with I think I was doing Bounty Hunter off camera, and it seems like a decent thing for me to start out with, given that I'm not really good at the whole subtlety thing. And this seems to have the best all-around stuff. So I mean, he's got lots of charisma, which is good, because that means I can just talk my way out of things. So I have a feeling this game will punish me hardcore if I try to fight my way out of things. That's generally how these go. So let's start with as a bounty hunter. And then we can choose, we can change our map if we want it to. We can create a map, generate a new map, which can be shared between captains or with friends via seed. So you can it's got some procedural generation as far as the map is concerned, but the story is still relatively the same, I believe. It's just that it takes place in different quadrants. I think I could do the default map, 38 quadrants. And there's the seed, but I'm kind of feeling like I want to create a new map. So let's just do this, and we'll do the 38 quadrants like they had there. Huge and unforgiving, at times leaving large swaths of territory dangerous, wild, or in the hands of your enemies. Okay, that's fine. Standard density galaxies feature the best mix of clusters, packed. With the occasional longer corridor between them, or maximum density. Fewer backward places are separated clusters. Well, let's do packed, just so that we don't have to go. Well, yeah, let's just do packed so we don't have to go long distances here. And I need to enter a seed, so we will do the classic. 8675309. That's wait, are you not letting me enter a seed here? Copy a map seed into your clipboard, one that you have saved or received from another captain. Really? From the clipboard? Really? I can't just type it in here? I can't just type in here? No? Really? No. Okay. Let's see if I can. Okay, so I tricked it out a little bit. I basically copied the default map seed. I said the STV01 32-4 portion of it, and then I added my own at the end, 8675309, and I added additional 0 because I don't know if it's looking at the length of it or not. So let's see if this works. After I've gone through and I'm already hacking the game, my friends, already doing it. We'll call this one memory map 1, and we'll save. There we go. Okay, that's still a weird way of doing it, but I guess it's not like a traditional seed like we would expect here. Let's get a good face on us. Let's try, actually, let's be male. There we go. And that's decent. Let's get, that's a hell of a uniform right there. Let's get, yeah, I kind of like that uniform. Let's change our faction. So there's different factions in the game, and this is, again, like, this just shows you how freaking deep the well goes here. They got all these factions already here. They all have their own different bonuses. The Kadar Syndicate, the most powerful syndicate in the military terms. The Kadar leadership puts immense value on the strength and endurance of their colonies. They often oppose the Devaltos Syndicate and steal Song. In this map, they control 4 quadrants and 32 landing zones across 35 systems. Ah, that explains the blah 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 thing here. So the 32. So back when we were looking at the seed, I had a -32-4, so that must be what controls this stuff. The 4 and the 32 here, I bet. So I probably could have tweaked those a little bit. So really all I needed was the ST-V01, and then from there it's like how many quadrants you control, or I'm sorry, how many landing zones you have, and how many quadrants you control. Yeah, okay. All right, I'm like I said, already figuring out how this thing works. Programmer genes activates. Devaltos Syndicate, what are you? Oh, you're like the Ferengi then? Often one of the most powerful syndicates, the Devaltos leadership greatly values wealth and uses experience in manufacturing and finance to acquire it. Yep. They control 2 quadrants and 30 landing zones. Interesting. Syndicates. Right chart. Known as the most universally political syndicate. They keep the peace while still coming out on top. Known for using spycraft. Ooh, Could be all spy and stuff. And they got spice. The spice is flowing, my friends. House Staloon, the oldest of the quadrants houses, the leader of the Alliance of Nobles, construction. So they get economy and starports. They have 5 quadrants and 53 landing zones. Clan Javat, or Yavat, however they want to pronounce that. Known as Industrious House, Clan Yavat focuses on efficient mining operations, trade, and deep space operations. Okay. Steel Song Clan. Most powerful house from a military standpoint. An impressive array of assassins and mercenaries. Do I want to ally with assassins and mercenaries given that I'm a bounty hunter? Interesting. Interesting, I say. Makalumnu? Makalumnu Clan. Consummate traders to their core. Trade network. Okay, so they're basically trade guys. Alta Mesa's architects and shipyard master. There's a guy under many coveted secrets of design and construction. So they got like super secret weapons probably. House Zenrin. Clan Zenrin are survivors. Final clan liberated from the guild. They are stoic and thoughtful in all their actions. So you get a +1 to all ratings. Wow. Okay. 5 quadrants and 40 landing zones across 39 systems. Who do I want to be? These guys were the ones that I was playing as off camera. And they were interesting but stuffy. The whole spycraft thing sounds interesting, but I didn't really make a spycraft build per se. I don't even know if that was one of the archetypes that I could have picked either. Now that I think about it, but I guess it doesn't really matter necessarily. +8 economy for these guys. They're an industrious house. Just 3 quadrants though. Let's just be part of House Zenrin. They sound pretty mysterious. So let's take them. And we are playing on basic difficulty. If you thought having all those options was a bit daunting, here's all your difficulty options. So you can do custom, which means you can just, which is not supported yet. I guess that'll be supported when they come out to release, maybe. But you can do basic, which is just like the game gets harder as time goes by, but everything scales against that, and you get some bonuses. So enemies are only at like 60%, risks are at 80%, 25% combat boost. You get 40% bonus XP and bonus profits. Basically, the captain and the officers never die. The crew get a death save, 80% chance plus resilience attribute to survive a fatality. I'm probably going to play on basic because, again, this is the type of game that is got a lot going on under the covers. It's good. It's not going to be quite as illuminating, I guess. Playing in basic mode, everything's going to seem very easy, but it's given what I've seen so far, where it's basically rolling dice pretty much every time you do something. Like every time you land somewhere, it rolls dice to see if you did a soft landing or not. Like this is the type of game we're talking about. So I'm going to stay on basic for now. Normal, you can see enemies are at 80%. The captain and officers never die. Crew get a death save, 70%. And the risks kind of go up a little bit. Challenging, captain never dies. The officer and crew get a death save at 60%. Chance to survive a fatality. The enemies are at 80%. The risks are at full damage. 15% combat boosts, bonus XP, all that stuff. Demanding. Death save is at 50% for the officers and the crew. Enemies are at 100%. Risks are at 110%. Hard is permadeath, so Captain can permanently die. All characters get a death save of 40% plus the resilience. As time ticks by, your game gets harder. Enemy and risk level scale. Enemies are at 110%. And all that stuff. Brutal is pretty brutal. Another permadeath thing. And then impossible, which is the Iron Man thing, is permanently die, 20% plus resilience for death saves, and all of that stuff. No bonus XP, no bonus profits. Enemies are at 140%. There's no combat boost. The risks are at 130%. It sounds pretty rough. We're going to go basic, as you might imagine, but I wanted to kind of highlight all those things. I could manually assign talents, which is more advanced. I'm not going to do that because we'll be here forever in just the menus if I do that, because it's going to be, I assume, a lot of things to kind of pick and choose. Instead, I'm going to give my captain an appropriate name. If it would. Seems like holding down shift doesn't quite work. You have to hold it down for extra long here. Alright, Captain Memory, let us continue. Or launch. One year ago, I became a Star Trader captain. Step forward, Captain Memory. From our family, you have been chosen to inherit your great uncle's charter. I am willing. We know you will bring Clan Zenrin honor, and your deeds will be written in the Hall of Memories. I abandoned my life as a grav and took to the stars. I am the master of my ship. I answer to no one except my officers and crew. In the void, we live by the unique code of the Star Traders. We make our own way among the stars. We stay alive and take care of the ship no matter what. The life of a spacer is a hard one, but my officers have my back, and together we face the void. Captain, we've reached a stable orbital trajectory over Thesis Hold. Should we engage the void engine? Let the engines rest. We need a minute for council. Officers, gather around. You all heard the message that I received at the starport today. A Zenrin prince has requested that we transport a Zendu arbiter to his system. He is willing to pay handsomely, it seems. Speak your minds. Captain, the woman is an arbiter. She may be one of the most dangerous people in the galaxy, but also one of the most powerful. It also means she is of the Zendu bloodline, like the Templars. It is rare that a Star Trader captain is called on to help an arbiter. This Estelle Brockstrom. Estelle? Is that? Yeah, Estelle Brockstrom could be a valuable ally. I thought I saw an eye or something in there. I've heard said that working for a Zendu can be both a curse and a blessing. She claims she only needs a short lift across the quadrant. The pay would be good. There is much to consider. Your thoughts are appreciated. Dismissed. Arbiter Estelle Brockstrom is waiting for us at Eskilid capital and needs passage to the court of Prince Callaghan Fane. Both she and the prince could be powerful allies. However, if we wish to avoid entanglements, we can go our own way. The waypoint to Eskilid capital has already been set, and I can check my missions list for further details or dismiss the requests. Whenever you need advice or help with interface, use consult to talk with your officers. You can rely on us, Captain. Alright. So, if the beginning of the game didn't throw you off and show you that there's a lot going on here, this definitely will, because I'll say one thing about the game. Though the UI is functional and clean, it is, as with most things in the game, a little bit hard to grok at times. Like, none of these icons really make a whole lot of sense. I mean, they kind of do and they kind of don't. Like, you could pretty easily just make this A, B, C, and D, And yes, eventually I'll figure out what they mean, but it's still like, it's good that there's tooltips and stuff, but I find myself constantly like, well, what thing do I press? Where do I go to get to what I'm trying to get to? So, I mean, there's always going to be a learning curve with any game. I think the one on this one is, again, it's a little bit steeper than your typical run-of-the-mill game, and that's not necessarily a bad thing about that. It's just there's some things I think they could kind of improve upon a little bit to make it a little bit easier to kind of overcome some things. Like, for instance, I like that they've got your alerts up here, and these are all just kind of alert. This is your alert list. It also kind of highlights that it's kind of hard to find things on the screen because they had to actually put an alert list on here. But you know, you got your chat over here, which is going to rattle off a bunch of stuff, but then you got this up here, which is almost necessary given how much you have to track. But we've got enough fuel to make a hyperwarp jump, and we've got 5 crew members that are ready to level either a job rank or a talent. Now, if I click on this, it's not actually going to do anything. I have to actually go, which is weird. I feel like that should really do something, but I have to go under not known contacts, but I need to go under the crew area, which is somewhere here. I think it's under status. No, that's ship status. Oh, here it is. Yeah, it's it's status and then crew. Again, I end up trying to remember where everything's at, but this is our ship status right now. We have 5 officers, our piloting skills, and all those other things. Now, under crew, they just throw all the crew at you. And there's a lot here. As you can see, there's a whole crap ton of crew. This is a big ship. Again, this is another one of those things where it's like, when you first come into the game, you're like, oh man, okay, this is going to take a while to get used to. There's a lot going on here. And every screen is like, you're thinking to yourself, oh, there's a lot going on here. There's a lot going on here. Now, in fairness to the devs, they do have a filter here. And it's necessary because really all I care about right now is who's leveling. And that is what that filter has just done. So you can see that these little icons here mean that these people are ready to level up. That's very, very necessary, and I'm glad that they have it there. Honestly, had I come onto the screen and only seen what I needed to see, I probably wouldn't have even noticed that there was a filter there, or a sort button for that matter. But coming into the screen and seeing everything immediately is daunting. Very, very daunting. So I'm not sure how you can fix that either, because you kind of have to point out that there's a filter up here if you want to see everybody. Maybe some tutorial tips real quick, maybe just when you first come onto the screen for the first time. I don't know, something like that would be quite appreciated. But let's go to leveling, and let's look at our captain first. And again, we got menus upon menus upon menus here. So we got stats, our stats menu. Here's all our morale and our HP and our traits and everything else. We're ready to train up so we can learn a talent, we can train a job. I think I've got, yeah, we got 3 talent points, and we can put 3 points into our job ranks. So let's train job first. And here's all your like specializations, I guess. So I guess that's the best way I can say it as far as an RPG goes. So you've got engineer, which adds repair. You got diplomat, you got crew dog, which for ship ops, which I still don't know what all of these do. I mean, you can train in up to a maximum of 3 different jobs. And it also tells you how many members are already trained in this job. So you kind of have to pick and choose what 3 jobs you want to actually train in. And it kind of behooves you to train in things that you don't have a lot of members in, I guess. But at the same time, you also want your captain and crew to have whatever you want them to have, I guess. So we got 1 Member of the crew, that's a swordsman. Spy. Well, still leveling. Okay, so +1 pistols, +2 stealth, and +1 electronics. I guess we could train up in spycraft. We've already got bounty hunter. That's what we start out with. We can train up further in that. You know, we're at level 1. I could also train up into this to level 2 if I wanted to. And then commander. I feel like my captain should have commander at least. So we're going to train up in that. And then I think for right now, pistolier, huh? Pirates. Now I think for now, let's get another rank in commander. There we go. We'll get level 2 up in that one. Okay, so then we'll just go down the list here, even though talents is the next one. But we got equipment. Here's all my different equipment that I've got here, and what kind of damage it soaks. There is like hand-to-hand combat and other things that happens. Rifle skill, offhand blade, specialist gear, cargo that we can have on our cargo hold. The visuals here, we can change our armbands. That's interesting. Eyewear. I can put a patch on. That's cool. Uniform and face. We can change all that whenever we want to. We can change that for all of our crew members if we feel like it. There's our jobs, and then talents. So we've got what? Unwavering attention. We already have apparently. Which is ready. 3-week cooldown on it. So once you use a talent, it has a cooldown associated with it, so you can't use it again for however much time it requires, in-game time, obviously. So automatically passes a failed intimidate test in any situation, including deep space travel, mutiny, or during a mission. So that's a skill save. Steadfast aim. In crew combat, rifle attack, successful attack buffs yourself with 25% range into accuracy. 25% damage and 2 armor piercing for 2 turns. Abiding death. Price for death warrant edict is discounted by 10% plus intimidate skill. I don't know what any of that means. But apparently that's already ready on the 3-week cooldown. I do not know. I guess all of these are traits that I just have. Yeah, you know what? These are traits that you get from your different jobs. Like these, the spycraft stuff is this one, and then these. So really, all I'm doing here, these are all traits that I have. It's just I am upgrading them, I guess, because I have some points. So 3 points to spend. So I guess we'll upgrade. Remove a risk card. When spying in orbit of a system, remove a risk card. Let's learn that. I guess, oh, it's saying that I'm learning them, so I guess they're not... Oh, it requires rank 1. I guess there's more that you unlock later on as you rank up, I guess. I don't know. Blood game. In ship combat allows a boarding attempt at any range during mission-driven battles as the hunter tracks your prey. On cooldown, apparently. So is that like... I mean, I can learn... I haven't quite figured this stuff out yet. I'm not quite sure. In crew combat, buff yourself and engage stealth mode. Critical lasts for 3 turns. Money change hand. Close observation. That sounds like a good one. Well, it's on cooldown apparently. Loyalty rousing. Upon defeating an enemy ship, you give inspiring speech, which causes up to 10 crew gain 10 plus command skill and route. Oh, that sounds like a good one too. Even though I don't think I'll be getting into too much ship combat, but you never know. Haven't gotten very far in the game as it was. So, nice. So we can do that. And we can go to the next, which I think will take me to the next character that wants to level up. Yeah, I guess it does. But let's, yeah, all right, let's go to next because I leveled him up. So this is my, he is stubborn and calculating. I don't know what he is. I have no idea. Does it tell me what his rank is? I guess he's the commander because he's got 3 pips here. Is that right? No, that's I have him too. Oh, it just says officer. I don't know what officer. I guess he's the doctor. I guess because he's got the doctor symbol here. Some medical staff. Okay. Here's how much pay. Yeah, you have to pay your crew as well. There's a lot to this. He earns $40 every month. So let's train a job. Since obviously he's a doctor, let's train up one more level in that. And let's do combat medic. And that's all we got. He's only got 2 points. So we'll keep him on the medical front here. And then talents. He's on medical staff. Treat wounded. Heals 3 crew or up to medical rating ×3 on ships with advanced medical facilities. Each patient gains 20 plus doctor skill in hit points. Okay, let's learn that. In crew combat, removes all debuffs and heals. Ooh. Which I just used my point on this one, so I can't use on that. I guess I should have read more. Oh well, that's fine. Again, don't think I'll be getting into too much crew combat. So let's close that. And we will go to the next one. And we've got this officer here, who apparently is my quartermaster. Stern leader. He's tough and he's ex-military. He also has 1 trait that is currently unknown. He's a man of intrigue. A man of intrigue. So I guess you got to talk to your crew as well to learn the traits that they don't have yet, that you don't know about yet. So he's quartermaster. I guess making him a crew dog there's got plenty of those already. Exo scouts. Full of dangers. Exo Scout is a master of survival in hostile zones. That sounds like a good thing for a quartermaster, right? To be like a survivor. I mean, he's already got ex-military training, so it seems like that would be a good thing. So that adds 2 to rifles and 2 to explore. So we're going to add that to him. And I guess we could make him a swordsman too, right? Kill foes very quickly, 3 blades, 1 evasion. Or we can give him a soldier, which just adds more rifles. But I think the blades might be good. What's zealots? Oh, zealot would be faction enemies or advancing through missions. Huh. It's actively seeking out faction enemies or advancing through missions. Let's give him swordsman. I don't know if I'm doing this right or not, but we'll find out, I guess. Talents. What does he... Contract bargain. When landing in a zone, the highest level crew member who attempts to abandon the ship reconsiders, but their salary increases by $2. Huh. Perceptive boss. When paying your crew, your intuition grants a 30% plus command skill chance to learn hidden trait from among your crew. Oh, that's good. I'm going to take that. Cool. Alright, and he has got a badass sword. I'm glad I gave him swordsman stuff. I'm really glad I gave him swordsman stuff. He's a stern leader and a perceptive boss. Okay, and then we've got our engineer. Let's make sure she knows she knows the difference between self-sealing stem bolts and other things. So, what would go good with that? Electronics tech, probably. I would imagine. Let's give her that. And then hyper warp navigator. Now let's Let's just give her another point in engineer, I think. Unrivaled patch. Purges ship of any crippling ship effects. Repairs 20 damage to ship components. Brace for impact. Buff ships with 20% shield, armor, and 10% reduction to crew damage for next 3 turns. Ooh. Let's take that. That one sounds like a good one to have. There's also alert scanner. Chance of learning a rumor. Well, oh well. There's so many good things to pick, and I'm like, just pick the first one that I come upon. Hyperwarp Navigator. You've got a couple points you can do. So I'm gonna bump one more in the navigation thing there, just so that we navigate well. And then so your Hyperwarp Navigator, and then wasn't there another thing that was like navigation or something here? Pirate adds 2 pilot, 1 gunnery, and 1 intimidate. That might be a good idea. That might be a good idea. Yeah, let's do that. Train. Talents. Read charts. Automatically passes a failed navigation test in any situation, including hyperwarp jumps or deep space travel. Let's do that. Fast getaway. Rapid navigation calculations make for a quick escape. Buff ships with 20 escape for next 2 turns. And furious prodding. Purges your ship's crew of any crippling effects. Unlawful loot. When attempting to access the black market, reroll a risk card. During a blockade of a system, replace a risk card with a merchant card. All these sound like really fantastic things to have, and I don't know which one to do. Icy Stare automatically passes a failed intimidate test in any situation, including deep space travel, mutiny, or during a mission. Exacting design, rigorous search. Pirate's keen sense for treasure sniffs out secret hideaways from defeated smugglers. New lootable cargo is at. Ooh, you're talking loot. You got me. You got me at loot. You had me at loot. And then we're back to our captain. Okay, so we should be able to go back here. Look at the crew again. Nobody should be leveling, right? Okay, good. Here's all our officers. Alright, and they're all mostly level 3, except for me. I'm level 6. Alright. You got full crew status. You got crew by traits. So you can see like all their different traits and how they're meshing together. I guess you can favorite them as well. Because the crew has to get along with one another. And if they're not getting along with one another, then stuff happens. It's a very, very deep game here. Alright, so let's go back to the map. Finally. Let's look at our quest log. Personal objective is what we were just talking about earlier. Let's get a waypoint to it. Which I think they already had a waypoint for me. This is the waypoint here that they've selected. I don't know where my ship is. Is that my ship there? Yeah, Thesis Hold. I guess I could see. So we gotta go to Marvel 13. So we've got Zenrin Industrial. I wonder if there's anything that I can. I've got cargo hold, so I might as well use it, right? And then there's waypoint cancel mission. Okay. Let's see if I can buy something real fast here. So this is a farming area. So what do we got? I don't know what all these icons mean yet. Let's land for a minute. Shore landfall talent brought us to the surface safely and efficiently with only fuel cost of 1. Like I said, everything is a roll in this game. Everything is a dice roll. So the Starport is where you do all of the basic stuff like upgrading components, repairing, refueling. The Spice Hall is where you send your crew who need some R&R. That will help out with them. And then exchange is what I wanted to look at. This is where we get into the space trading stuff. They put a rating next to things based on their price, based on the average price that you can get for them. Grain is very cheap here, so I should probably purchase a bunch of that. How much money do I have? I have 17,500 credits. Okay. Let's do 25 units. You can see it takes up 25 cargo there. And edible plants. Also, the legality is important because you will come upon something that's legal on one planet may not be legal on another planet, so you'll see that when you try to go sell things. So yeah. What about the demand? Also, some things require permits too. Like I said, it's really, the simulation in here is really deep, which is why I'm never going to wrap my brain around it in like an hour here. This is something that will take many, many moons to figure out. And maybe I'll do it as like a live stream as I try to figure this stuff out, because I kind of feel like this is one of those things where I need people to help me to help me learn the game, and maybe if they jump in on a live stream, they can help out. Crop harvesters, bio wastes. Okay, but see, is this the demand here? I feel like this is demand on this planet, but not on other planets, so I'm not entirely sure there. But anyway, buy cargo. Let's just buy some edible plants. Just fill up our cargo hold. Why not? Purchase that. $705. All right, so that is our mission thing. Now I gotta figure out how to get back to the map here. Okay, map orbit. Return to orbit. And back, and then consult. Galactic map. What is this? Oh my god. There's maps upon maps upon maps. Yeah. This is our galactic map here that we generated with our 8675309 seed. Let's go back to the map and let us travel. Failed intimidation test, passed repair tests, medical staff talent, saved doctor tests. So as you're traveling along, things are happening because the time is ticking away. Alright, standard ice world with very thin atmo. We got plus 10 reputation. Here's our hit points of our captain and our hull points. If your hull points go down to 0, then everybody dies, basically. And then we got, the other thing here is that there's multiple levels, and this is the thing that I was kind of couldn't figure out what was going on at first. But basically, you've got this industrial capital, and then you can just go out in the wilderness if you want to. And if the planet has like a space station, then you'll see like a space station thing here, and then you'll see the landing on the planet and stuff like that. But the other thing is, these are held by different factions as well. So you see, this is held by our faction, this is held by a different one. So it's very, very in-depth here. And the other thing too is that little trip that we took, I probably have some crew that took damage, I imagine. So I look here, and we filter by injured. No, I guess not. A lot of times you'll see people getting injured and stuff. It'll actually alert you when their health gets down low to a certain level, and then you have to go basically either send them to the shore leave to get fixed up, or have your doctor fix them up. Let's go back to orbit here. So we got patrol, defend and protect local ship traffic as a friendly favor. Blockade or spy. Spy is still valuable intel from the transmissions of the local faction if I wanted to do that. Let's go and land at the capital. Many welcomes, Star Trader. Arbiter Estelle Brockstrom, it is an honor. Indeed, Prince Callaghan Fane promised he had dispatched a new but promising Star Trader captain to pick me up. I understand you have recently come into ownership of your Star Trader's charter? That is the truth. My great uncle perished during an exploration expedition last year. I was picked from among my house to take over the charter and ply the stars. Then you know the magnitude of both the responsibility and the opportunity that now rests on your shoulders. Callaghan has asked that you personally escort me to his court. Prince Fane's trust for you is as solid as the bedrock. He knows that Clan Zenrin can count on your staunch and loyal support. Okay. You'll have to find someone else. If the money is right, I'm sure we could cut a deal. Prince Fane's trust is well founded. Your flattery won't get you very far with me, Arbiter. His trust is well founded. That is pleasing to hear. Callaghan has always been a superb judge of character. I am sure there will be more work waiting for you at the prince's court. What work were you doing on this world? As an arbiter, I am the roving hand of Shalun law. When legal cases or disputes are extremely complicated, I am often called in. Or in this case, when something is very dangerous. A factory in this faction holding was caught producing highly illegal substances, large-scale weaponized nerve toxins. I was assigned by the Senate to oversee their destruction. I could see why. With something that valuable and dangerous, you'd worry the substances would be quietly sold on the black market while being reported as destroyed. Exactly. Having an arbiter on hand ensured no such mistakes were made. Who was creating the bioweapons? Figuring that out is in someone else's hands. But there are concerns that the Shelderuth cults might be involved, or the indie revolutionary group called the Huna. Let's talk specifics of the escort mission. I don't think I need specifics. Let's just have her come aboard. Excellent. I will join you shortly in the starport. The offered price is 10,000 credits paid upon arrival to the court of Prince Fane. I am in a hurry, so hopefully we can sail directly there. We have accepted a mission on behalf of the Arbiter of Brookstrom. We should finish any business we have in the zone and plot a course using the missions list. Alright, first of all, we're going to go to the exchange. And none of these guys, we're not going to really make any kind of profits. Profits would be 0. So we can't sell these here. We're going to hold on to these for a little bit then. We've got 35 fuel, so I think we're good for the trip. And faction politics. We're still 10 reputation with our house. We have no rep with any of the other houses. And then this is what all the different factions are to one another. Way too much information to grok for me. Star Atlas. So we need to go to, let's go to the quests thing here. Arbiter escorts. Get a waypoint. Apply a route within quadrant to local system. So we have to go to New Justice. To New Justice. Okay, so back here we'll go to the map. I have noticed your officers and crew giving me sideways looks since I settled in here. As a Zendu, I am used to it, but perhaps I can answer some questions to help settle your people? Let's see. When they heard Zendu, some of the crew expected a Templar and a Leviathan mech. And I imagine they would have been given even more disappointed if a Templar had strolled aboard. Templar militant stands no taller than a normal man. That doesn't sound like the legends they've all been hearing in the spice halls. I am sure they have wild tales to tell about the Templars, but what makes any of us Zendu special is not our physical might. It is our access to our genetic memories, and in the case of the Templars, to the muscle memory of 1,000 years of battle. Are there many Zendu left? The arbiters are spread thin, working across the many quadrants as servants of the law. There have never been many augurs. They serve in the great courts of the high princes. And the Templar Knights? They have long borne the brunt of the troubles of our people. They were always on the front lines of this guild war. After the Exodus, they bled to protect the new colonies, but perhaps the Alzian campaign cost them the most. But now is the time to rebuild, if the quadrants could only find a moment of peace. So how far can you look back in your memories? It is never easy to explain lineage memories to those not of Zendu blood. If you did offer to answer questions, I would be interested to hear you try. I don't remember a time before the memories. They start when we Zendu are young. We strengthen our recall through meditation, pattern exercise, and ritual. There are the subconscious muscle memories, always guiding my hand or step. And then there are visual remembrances and voices that come forward of their own accord. Trying to consciously look back seeking something is difficult. Going digging for something, trying to remember the guild war, for example, that could even be dangerous. But my lineage is always there. So you're going to help Prince Fane? I am going to ensure that Shalun law is followed to the letter. I thought you said you and Callaghan were longtime friends. Do not get the wrong idea, Captain. I am not going to Callaghan's court to trade in favors. My sole responsibility is to enforce the law of our prophet, Shalun, as documented in the Accords. May the flag watch over his grave. Alright, let's keep going. We will get your to... Okay, I think they need to fix that. We will get you to your Prince Fane promptly, Arbiter. Alright. So we gotta go to New Justice, which I did set a waypoint for, but the problem is I have no idea where said waypoint is at. Let's go here and try to do the waypoint again. New Justice. Route within quadrant to local system. Let's see. Yeah. Didn't really do that though, did it? Sword Star. Knight's Rest. It's got to be close by. There's New Justice right there. As we go on our long trip. So, as the way it was explained in the wiki, there is a, by the way, there is a really, was this the wiki? Is this the game that had the wiki on it? I think this is the game that had the wiki on it. There's a very expansive wiki that has a lot of very, very good manual. It was explained in there that all of your crew contribute to a pool, a talent pool that is your ship. And it's from that pool that you draw like talent points and stuff. So it behooves you to have a good crew that's working together and all that stuff. So far all the crew are working really well. Last time I played this, I had every time I moved somewhere there was crew like getting injured and near death, and I'd had to keep sending them off to get healed up and stuff. So far everybody's kind of chilling, which is nice. What else do we have? So we needed to go to Rasad City. Is that where we had to go to? Or Paradise? I imagine it's Paradise. Ooh, excuse me. Killing and Fane on New Justice. I would imagine we're supposed to go to Paradise, not to a mining colony. Well, actually, that one's got like a little people icon. Does that mean that that's where I gotta go? Killing and Fane, where is he at? He is living in Rasad City on New Justice. Okay, so he is over here. So I guess that is what that icon. I guess the target icon is probably where, telling me that that's where I need to go. Okay, fine. Looks like they have rolled out the red carpet for you, Arbiter. I think that is for Callaghan, but it has the effect. Estelle, yours is a face to warm, tired eyes. And Captain, many welcomes. Thank you for escorting Estelle here safely. Greetings from the stars, Prince Vane. I did not expect such pomp at the starport. We've all been waiting for your arrival, Estelle. This mess is progressing. It has sped up, not lost steam. We have much to discuss. Let us retire to the palace. Star Trader, you've earned my gratitude. I have high-paying work for a captain of your caliber. Come and visit my court once you have settled everything with your ship and crew. Thank you, Prince Vane. We may take you up on that offer. We've gained a moderate experience reward, 120 XP across the crew. Gained +5 rep with Clan Zenrin and +10 rep with Prince Callaghan Fane. Okay. So even the characters have rep. So you have the faction rep and you have the characters rep. It's very... Have I mentioned that this game has layers upon layers upon layers of simulation going on? I can't imagine how many dice rolls are going on every time I do something in this game. There's got to be at least a dozen every time. And off they go. The prince seems very intent on getting Arbiter Brockstrom's assistance. Captain, the Prince Starport Commander has paid us the agreed upon 12,000. On time and with a bonus. Hold up. One Fane is stuck around. Many welcomes, Star Trader. It is a pleasure to meet you. I am Zet Fane, the Prince's sister. Let me extend my brother's warmest welcome. So what is the legal case that Brockstrom has come to observe? The bombing of the Highwind military orbital? Surely Estelle told you about this. It is a Steel Song research facility? I've heard of it in passing. It was. Estelle must have told you. Callaghan's daughter, Valencia, has been charged with the terrorist act of destroying the Highwind, which is completely ridiculous. She went aboard the station for a scientific meeting. What idiot would plan a bomb at the same time? Not Val. But Estelle hasn't spoken with you about it? You really don't know? And the Arbiter is not going to help. Did she say anything like that? She said she would do her duty as an Arbiter of Shalloon law. Shalloon, curse her arrogance! The Fane family needs her assistance? By the flag, yes we do. The loss of life at the Highwind alone. It is not a legal battle we can stand to lose. If it comes to that, they will demand Valencia's life and retribution. And the Arbiter would just stand by. Just like the Void, Retribution Justice has no mercy. If the damages are great enough, Steel Song could be granted a duel of assassins against Valencia Fane, personally. I hope that we will see you at the palace, Star Trader. I must be off. How many laws does one planet need? Okay. So then we got, 14 economy here, very strong population, starports. Oh my god, it's RPG, plus it's real-time strategy, plus it's, oh my god, there's so much stuff here. I can't, my brain is just melting right now at all the stuff in front of me. And this is how I kind of felt with with Star Trader RPG as well. It's like, it wasn't as graphically impressive as this. This is actually very good as far as graphics go. But it was still one of those things where it's like an onion, man. You're just peeling back one layer after another here. Starport. So we are down to 12 fuel, and I assume that it's telling me here that I should probably refuel. So our ship's water fuel reserves are at 36 of 140. Fuel at the starport costs $7 per unit. Average price is 15, so it's actually pretty cheap here. If I buy 104 units of water fuel, it will cost $728 and take a day, so purchase. Here we go. Repair, anything to repair? No. Doesn't look like it. Upgrade components. I don't think we have enough money to upgrade things right now. Let's just not worry about that at the moment. Let's go back from whence we came here. go. And what am I doing here? We're on the city, right? I have no idea. See, this is I'm all discombobulated now. Like, I want to get back to where I was at, because I want to see if I can sell off my cargo. If it will let me. Mission cargo, intel records, stash locations. Oh my god, there's so much stuff here. Captain's log, just telling us where we've been and who we've met and who we've brought on board. Scores and stats. I promote 0 officers. Naval battles. Traveling far. Met 4 contacts. Oh my god, there's like, you have to actually promote people and rank and all kinds of things. It's just, I can't keep it all in my brain. So yeah, I want to go to the exchange, and still not going to get very good stuff for that. Okay. Yeah, it looks like the demand here is for methane fuel power generators and stuff, but we need a permit to do those. Okay, and they got a bunch of ore. Makes sense, it's a mining colony. I wonder though, so we can go to here and we can actually, no, I gotta go to contacts, right? Since we're here, is that how this works? How does this work? I gotta talk to this guy to get more work, right? So where is that at? Known rumors. I forget how to do that now. Oh, I guess I gotta click on his picture, right? That's how you do it. Okay. Oof, man. Okay, and then we should discuss further work with the prince. Okay. Or court missions. Paid missions to a faraway places will help gain rep and grow the prince's influence, promote rank. Trade permit. Gain the legal right to trade more restricted goods within Zerran Exchange. Yeah, okay, so this is basically all the options we can do with this guy because we know him. Zenran Death Warrant gives you the legal right to capture and kill in their name. Pardon, which removes negative rep. Introductions, which means he'll let me meet with some of his contacts, which then will become my contacts. Okay, it's layers upon layers. Let's discuss further work. Welcome to my court, Star Trader. Please call upon me whenever you have need. All of my staff services are available to you. We found your hospitality to be very thorough, Prince Vane. Please call me Callaghan. As you know, I have pressing work I would like you to undertake on my behalf. I need you to escort Arbiter Estelle Brookstrom to a judicial tour as she inspects the evidence in the case against my daughter. She will need to meet with Princess Aitin Char, the Highwind's owner. I assume you have heard by now the claims of my daughter, Valencia Fane is personally behind the bombing of a military orbital station. Such a circus. Estelle will also need to meet with the Steel Song judge who is hearing the case. She will put the fear of Shalun into him and remind him that the law cannot be cheated for their vendetta against me and my family. Then you suspect the entire legal case and bombing is a farce to defame your daughter? This is not a matter of defamation, Star Trader. If Princess Aitin Char wins the case, this will be a matter of life and death. With retribution justice on her side, A10 will send assassins to kill my daughter and the heir to my princedom. How will the Arbiter be able to change the course of the case? Our people's system of justice works because the prince's judges and senate all follow Shalun law and the accord to the letter. I've heard it said that retribution justice is an unforgiving razor. There can be. Shalun law demands compensation be paid to the wronged party. If compensation cannot be paid or the wrongs are grievous, then the wronged party can demand retribution justice. The Princess Atin Char has made it clear from the start that the bombing of our high-wind orbital is such a case. If there is no honest attempt to agree upon terms of compensation, then every path leads to violence, to feud. Atin Char and whoever she is conspiring with will not stop until she has a legal right to kill my heir and daughter, Valencia. And they are breaking the law by doing so? The law bends. Faction judges grant the rights of compensation, and they are held accountable by their senate and their faction and other faction leaders. I have reason to suspect the judge overseeing this case will do whatever Aten tells him to. So Arbiter Brookstrom is the long arm of the Shalloon law. She will make our presence known. Because of her, we will get a fair trial, a chance to put forward evidence to refute their ridiculous claims. So you see why I need to ask you to escort Estelle to and from Char's world safely. There may be those who wish to stop her or harm her along the way. Prince Callaghan Fane has added an offer for a story mission to his mission list. We accept if we are willing. Okay. So he gave us a story mission. And then... what? Remember in court, everyone is watching. Click to visit a contact. Okay, so I can talk to his daughter and I guess his son. But everyone's watching, so I gotta be cordial when I talk to them, basically. Here's legal mess. Fames. You must be Eric. Alright, so I'm not going to deal with that right now. Let's just go back. I thought... oh yeah, here's a court mission. Achieving 20 effective rep will allow for more concurrent missions. Oh, I see. So I can only take one mission at a time from this guy until I get more rep with them, which I had 17 effective rep from the other screen, which takes into account your rep that you have personally with them plus your faction rep, the rep that you have with the reputation you have with the faction that he's a part of. Okay, so as a Star Trader, independent contractor allows me to execute political blah blah blah. Your Star Trader's charter is very new, but I trust that you could be a staunch ally of the Fane family. While I need you to focus on escorting the Arbiter, I am willing to offer a few simple missions on the side. Okay. So... Arbiter neutrality offer. What is this? Arbiter neutrality offer. Oh, this is the main quest line. So I gotta take her to Wavecrest Loop, which is a hyperwarp jump for 6 grand. And then it's unknown what else I have to do. But I know that it pays 12 grand and it's a hyperwarp jump to Utwar Vaga Pillars. Okay. Huh. And then this one is the side quest here. Headed out to pick up a data cube from a friendly clan Zenrin world and return safely to Prince. Payment deferred, no hyperwarp jumps. Okay, so let's do this one first. Just do like a little side mission. You have to accept these somehow. Is this... here it is. Accept mission. Plus the waypoint. Did I accept this one? Let's accept that one. There we go. Alright. Because even though they offered them to you, you don't immediately accept them just because they offered them to you. Okay. So... map. And let's go here. Did I get the... waypoint? So I have to go to... Return safely. Sword Star. Sword Star is where I have to go. I like to figure out the name of it just in case it doesn't put a waypoint down, which it actually looks like it put a waypoint down. Finally, so that's good. We'll head out that way. Perhaps we'll be able to sell off some stuff. doot. Okay, large radiation world with thin atmosphere. Land here. And return shipping. What is this? Clan Zenran dignitaries are waiting for us on Source Star with the data cube. And then this is our contact. It's our military contact. Okay, let's take that one. Schedule stately meeting. We could petition for diplomatic visit at the palace to retrieve the data cube. We take extra time to clear the paperwork here on Clan Zenran World. A palace visit would be a reputation booster. Our local allies have reserved a room in a spice district where we can have a quick and efficient meeting to complete our business. We'll try again later. I guess we should probably schedule a stately meeting, but it's going to take extra time. We're going to the reputation booster. We can just do that one. Let's just do that one. The meeting in the Spice District was brisk and brief, but we accomplished our business without trouble. The data cube has been added to our cargo. Our payment is due to us at a later time. Because I have a feeling our mission has taken 5 days so far. I have a feeling the quicker I do the mission, the better off we are. I have 17 rep with Melody Morris anyway, so I don't have to necessarily deal with that. I do need to let's see the exchange here. Again, I can't really sell anything. None of these plants care about food, apparently. That's very strange. So where do I have to go now? I have to go to return to the prince. Okay. So map. He is right there, I guess. What is it's telling me I have a contact there, right? So yeah, that's where we gotta go. Failed doctor tests, past repair tests, past navigation test. Okay, everything's getting repaired and people are getting healed up and all those things. Alright, so Rasad City, we'll land. It'll cost 1 fuel to land, that's good. We go here and we will return shipping, let's do that. Serve the room in a spice district where we can meet and complete our business. So let's do that. We've been paid $12,400. Completed our mission, gained 2 rep. Clan Zenran, 3 rep with Calgon Fane, who's gained 1 influence. Mission has taken 5 days. Got it. So we're now at 22 rep with him. Which means we can probably get more stuff now. Like more court missions. Yeah, now we can do up to 2 missions with him until we get to 100 effective rep, and then we can have 3 missions, I guess. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that's exactly how that's working. But in the meantime, we already have a main mission to do on this guy, so I'd like to try to get to that. Let's come over here. Wavecrest loop. Oh, before I do that, we need to go to Starport. We need to refuel. Purchase all that. Also, I should probably check on my crew because it's about time for them to get paid, I would imagine. Let's see. Does this have the filtering? No. Crew status, crew by traits. There's something here that would tell you whether or not the crew needs to be paid, and I forget. I think it was just part of the quick status that would come up, the alert list. I'm not entirely sure. I've only been out 7 weeks and 5 days of in-game time. Yeah, I don't know. Contacts, known rumors, faction politics. Consult my officers. Okay, so consult officers was giving me like the tutorials, I guess, huh? Should upgrade our ship's components. If the skill pool is exceeding our ship's demands by more than 150%, we should upgrade our ship's components. Our larger skill pool gives us more powerful dice to roll on any skill tests. Oh, so when these get to like 150%, so this is the skill pool that I'm seeing. When these get to 150%, then it's really time to start upgrading. I wonder if there's anything I can sort of upgrade now. This is my ship as it stands. Cargo. Still can't sell that cargo though, right? Let's go here. Starport. No. Exchange. No, they still don't care about. So Spice Hall. Spice Hall is also where you can hire more crew too, as you need them. Don't really need them though. Doctor. Got a couple people who are a little bit injured, but nothing too crazy. Spice Hall. He's at 76 morale. So the morale is what, you know, the spice will boost their morale a little bit between 5 and 11. So you got to keep their morale intact and everything. So her morale is hurting a little bit. So we'll just do that. Give them a little R&R. Let's just pay for our crew to get healed up. Here's the pay wages. Here it is. So, and then also paying their wages is also where you go to improve their morale as well. Getting paid increases morale. Who's owed wages not paid will lose morale. And then they only gain new levels upon being paid. So let's just go and pay all the wages. Unfortunately, the only way to pay the wages that I know of is when you're down on a planet like this. So that's the weird thing. Unless I'm totally off now, because that's under exchange, right? Or that's under Spice Hall. Yeah, it's only where there's Spice Halls you can actually pay your wages to your crew. But I guess that makes sense. I guess that's the only place they could find to put it on there. 6 crew leveled after being paid at the Spice Hall. Okay. It doesn't tell me that they leveled up here though. I wonder if that's... where's my status at here? Crew? Filter? Leveling? Oh, I guess they didn't level to a point where I had to do something, I guess. Interesting. I still see a lot of level 2s there, so I guess that's the way that works. Anyway, yeah, let's go back to orbit. Let's actually go to the map. And I have to navigate to this other place. I guess that's in the star map here, because we got to make a jump. Wait, what is this? Where did this just put me? Navigate now. Wait, what? Star Atlas. No, that's... Oh, I guess this is a way to sort of jump between... Oh, I guess I could have done it this way to jump between things instead of trying to find them on the map. That's better. Okay, this is what I wanted, right? Yeah, we gotta go to here. Wavecrest loop. Let's navigate. And it's 25 AU to the waypoint. So did we actually... Are we actually en route? I have no idea. It's not really... it's not giving me a whole lot of indications here. I got nothing here. Where are we headed? Okay, we gotta go through. Oh, I see. We gotta go through here. 24 127 fuel, 1 week, 3 days. Alright, we're about to hyperwarp, jump along Temple Rift, headed to Wavecrest Loop. This is 24 of 62 fuel, danger's 1. Alright, let's do it. Jump took 1 week and 3 days. Okay, and then somewhere around here, so I guess if I go here, it will tell me I need to go to, wait, what was the... so much navigation between things here. What was the frequency? Steel Song World of Frequency is where we need to go. So if I go here, I should see something that says frequency, right? Maybe? Yeah, okay, so right there. Can I action set waypoint? There we go. Actually, navigate now. It's even better. Even better. Okay, I'm finding the shortcuts now. That's good. Ship contact. Oh boy, this is a first for me. Arc scanner contact mass is holding. Target is Steel Song, identifying as Explorer. They appear neutral and are preparing to depart. Okay, so we can attempt to retreat without hailing, sharing any information, or getting any closer. Yeah, let's just... They appear to be departing, so let's just let them depart then, right? We'll retreat. Both our ship and the Steel Song Explorer gave orders to depart. Okay. Mutual withdrawal. Our Guardian Interceptor and Steel Song Explorer are leaving the area. Crew experience. Crew gains 60 experience points. Our ships have cleared each other's long-range scan range and are now out of engagement range. Okay, cool. So, got 60 experience points for withdrawing. I'm already liking it. Continue. There we go. Alright, so are we where we're supposed to be? I have no idea. Is this the, no. Where do we have to go? We have to go to frequency, right? We don't have any, stuff here. Let me set waypoint so I can see where this is at. Oh, it's down there. We only have, okay, it's 14 AU down there, so we gotta stop off here and get some fuel. Tech Industrial and that one. Does this guy have a fueling depot? I can't really tell. I don't know what these icons mean yet. I think that's the repair icon, so maybe that means they have a fueling thing. So I'm gonna try landing. There we go. Yeah, starports. That's what I'm looking for. Refuel, purchase. Excellent. Very good. Also, do they want some food? No. Nobody wants my cargo. I bought the two pieces of cargo that nobody freaking wants. Nobody wants my cargo. It's just ridiculous. Of course I would. Of course I would pick the cargo that nobody freaking wants. All right. Let us depart from here. Back to the map and navigate. Go. Cool. All right, and this is the Argenti Holding Luxury Population. That's where we have to go. So let us land. And Arbiter Neutrality, due in 40 weeks. Much ahead of time. My thanks for bringing me this far, Star Trader. We have held to our promise to Callaghan Fane. From here, you will have to choose just how deeply you want to get involved. Princess Aten Char is not going to appreciate your presence, but I know that Callaghan wants you to put on a show. Still Song World. Do 6,000 in payments. Full entourage. We will accompany Arbiter Brookstrom in a full entourage to the palace, making our support clear to the princess and Steelsong Judge Corda. This will please Prince Fane while angering Princess Char. We'll give Arbiter Brookstrom only a light escort, keeping to the letter of our contract. This will help reduce our reputation damage with Princess Char, but not win us points with Prince Fane. We can try again later. I don't think I really need points with Fane right now, so I think we could just go with a light escort. Days have passed, Captain. The Arbiter has spent most of the time in closed door meetings with the Judge Corda and with the Princess. She's been tight-lipped about what has been going on. We knew she would be strict about this. It is a matter of Shaloon law. In the end, the entire proceedings dragged on for a week. Luckily, we're being well paid for our time. In the final meeting, we got a chance to hear it directly from Princess Char. Many welcomes, Star Trader. Thank you for escorting Arbiter Brookstrom here safely. Her presence is so critical to this case. If she wasn't here, you'd worry that political agendas would get in the way. Favors would be called in. The law would be trampled upon. Glares. We will need to make another stop on our tour, Star Trader. That will be for the best. It is important you see all the evidence, especially the High Wind's wreckage and the footage recorded there. You must understand, Star Trader, the High Wind Orbital was no regular station. It was a military research facility, meaning that you had surveillance and security systems to protect against such an attack. To prevent a bombing from within? No. Valencia Fane slipped under our radar with a white flag. But those systems captured copious proof of her deadly crime, not to mention her obvious motive. She came to destroy the technology of the Fanes claimed they wanted to purchase. In the bombing, we lost... Fanes claimed they want... Yeah, okay. Some of these sentences seem a little bit choppy. In the bombing, we lost one of the most brilliant minds the galaxy has ever seen. Aldo Bastille, I guess. We believe that Aldo, who held the position of chief scientist on a High Wind, may have been her primary target. Time to return to your ship, Captain. Until we meet again, Arbiter. Silence for a time. She is sure of herself. She is not lying. She holds damning evidence. You think Valencia bombed the High Wind? Why would she? To kill this Aldo character? We're not done yet. You must take me to the world that the High Wind was orbiting. Alright. We have a debug message too. Rolling skill save. Okay. We successfully passed a command plus wisdom test. We afforded Arbiter Brookstrom a tightly organized daily escort to our meetings with Princess Aten Char and nothing more. Our discipline and neutrality were noticed by all. Etan seemed to find even our light presence inimical? And we lost 3 reputation with her personally. Oh, well, I guess she'll have to... Inimical? Wow, I've never seen that word before in my life. Is that like intimidated? She was intimidated by her presence? I guess that's what that is. I have never ever seen that word before. That's interesting. I'm gonna have to go look that up now. We have been paid 6,000 for our part. Our mission is not yet complete. We gained 9 rep with Callaghan Fane, who has gained +1 influence for our actions. We lost 9 rep with Steel Song. Our mission has taken 1 week. Okay. Even when I took the light route, it still gained rep with Callaghan. So I mean, what the hell? Okay. Do these guys want some food? Ooh, they do. They want some edible plants. How about that? I found a sucker to take my cargo. Can I can't sell it though? Why not? A trade ban? Oh, a trade ban is preventing this trade. We'll lose rep. Oh, really? Really? Damn it. I finally find people who want my stuff, and I can't trade with them because there's a freaking trade ban going on. God damn it. Alright, let's refuel while we're here. Is there anything to repair? Cargo hold has 4% damage. Officer cabin has 1%. Yeah, let's just pay for that. How about some upgrades here? Do we have any... I still don't know how to upgrade anything. I really don't. I don't know. Place components. Place sensor array. Current component sensor array, mass is 50. Do we have... Yeah, we got 41,000. Is there any reason not to upgrade to sensor array 4? Because they all cost 3,500. I think maybe these are all placeholder things, because yeah, they all cost the same amounts. So why wouldn't I go to sensor array 4 if they're all the same mass and all the same amount? I assume that's something that they're going to tweak between now and when it's released. So okay, we're going to purchase that. Cargo hold. I have 2 cargo holds, don't I? Interesting. Cargo hold 2 and 3 cost different amounts, but they're still the same mass. 60 fuel, soaks +4, ship ops. Oh yeah, so the difference, I forgot to mention this because there's like I said, there's so many moving pieces to this, but the different components of your ship. So I mentioned that there's a ship pool that has a pool of resources, a pool of skill points. Each part of your ship soaks a certain amount of points. So, and a certain type of points. So when you upgrade your ship, you allow these parts to actually soak more talent points into the ship's talent pool, which then can be distributed to the various people who are leveling up. It's really, from what I can tell, really complicated, but I guess it makes sense somewhere along the way there. I mean, it makes sense that the more decked out your ship is, the better you get as far as experience and stuff goes. But it's just it's a very weird thing to kind of wrap your brain around. This is 99,000. Wow, I don't have. That is too rich for my blood. What about so weapons? Gravity driver, fighter bay. We have a fighter bay, apparently. Escape shuttle bay. Large fuel tank. Yeah, those are all different prices. Mecha Reaper. Exo Crawler reduces crew damage by 66%. And 66% fewer crew are harmed during exploration. Oh, maybe that's why. Because I've got this exo crawler now. And I'm not getting as much damage as we explore. Oh, okay, no, we're replacing cargo hold 1. Oh, never mind. That's not what I want to do. Where's the operations? These are all things you can put in place of cargo hold 1, which is not what I'm wanting to do. I'm going to go back. There we go. Light railgun, Hellfire torpedo, deflector array. Are all these the same? Some of these are mass dampener, reinforced structures. Some of these are less mass than the others. A lot of them cost the same. Mass reducer 4. -3 to hyperwarp, jump cost, soaks 4 ship ops and 4 electronics, and is less reduces our mass by 280. Our mass is 325 right now. I wonder if this, but that would be, I would replace the deflector array with that, which I don't want to do. I wanted to upgrade our deflector array, if I can. 5520. I actually can. The deflector array I have is 10,920, but then to upgrade it to deflector array 4 is 5520. Am I? So +1 to hyperwarp jump cost, soaks 2 ship ops, 2 electronics. Oh, I guess because these don't do the hyperwarp jump costs, that's adding 1 to the jump costs. So that wouldn't be, and these don't have, there's something here, but it's not known. It's weird. Okay. Maybe they're just working on these tooltips. Let's just try this. Why not? How about our M6000 hyperwarp? EX is +22, soaks 19, +6 electronics. Okay, there's some of these are upgrades and some aren't, it looks like, just by their attributes, but yeah, whatever. Yeah, I think we're good there. I think we're, honestly, at this point, I think we're good for a video, because this video will go on forever and ever if I continue here. This is the type of thing where I think this is going to be, if I do this as a live stream, this will probably be like a series that we do, because there's a lot to kind of take in here, a hell of a lot. And I can see myself spending many sessions playing this thing. I'm really intrigued and enjoying it. I'm starting to understand some of it. I mean, I looked at the manual and stuff beforehand. I perused the manual beforehand, so I kind of understand some of the things going on down under the covers. And I would really recommend, you can, even now, even though you can't buy it just yet until the 14th, they have a link to their wiki on their store page. I would recommend going to that and reading, because there's, like I said, a lot going on under the covers, as I've said many times here. And that actually tries to explain some of it going under the covers, especially the whole soaking thing and combat and stuff. That's I still didn't quite wrap my brain around it, but it's kind of explaining some of those words that you saw on the screen there. But yeah, oh, I have like a -9 rep with these guys now. Wow, that's gonna be suck. That's gonna suck a lot. And my captain has actually lost a few hit points. Wow, I don't know what's going on here. Is he sick or something? I guess he's sick or something. But yeah, actually, probably should. Do they have medical facilities here? Yeah, they have a spice hall. I guess I could pay all the wages of my guys. There's new recruits, spice hall. Oh, okay, I just need, like, my morale is a little bit low, so let's just go to the spice hall. There we go. And doctor, heal a few people up. Thank you very much. Cool. All right, that was basically all she wrote on there. Let's refuel while we're here too, just to get fully upgraded there with that. Did I repair? There was nothing to repair. Okay. Yes. I think we can wrap this right now because it's gonna go on forever right now. This has been Star Traders Frontiers. I haven't been going on that long that I already forgot the title. Star Traders Frontiers. I was provided a key for this game by the developer, just in full disclosure, so keep that in mind as you peruse my thoughts on this. It is by the Tracy Brothers. It will be released on November the 14th. This is just a preview, demo build, early build of the final thing that's coming. It will be fully released when it comes out, and it will be on sale for 20% off at $11.99 US. Normally, a week later, it will go up to its normal price of $14.99. As always, I will leave links down in the description so you can get more information and do your own due diligence. Thanks so much for watching, everybody, and I'll see you next time.